Good morning, everyone. It's Flylady Kat, and I'm here today to tell you what to do as a payroll homemaker on this day, Saturday, January 16th, to get your work done early and enjoy your family and to really have the payroll system working for you, which is the Flylady system for payroll homemakers. I'm reaching for my planner. Hold on. So what I'm going to do is open this up to chat first. This is a live chat, but if you're watching it recorded, then you don't have to watch the chatty parts if you don't want to. You can skip ahead till you see me hold up my planner, my beautiful Erin Condren planner. I love this planner. Anyway, when you see me hold it up, you'll know that we're going to get into the meat of the video. And during that time, I don't answer questions or don't chat with people, but at the end, I open it back up to questions. You might learn something if you listen to the questions, and I implore you to do that. But if you don't want to, of course, at least find out what you have to do today or on Saturday. The other thing I want to talk to you about is if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the little reminder bell. I do go live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time currently for my payroll homemakers to help you learn how to get through the week. So here we go. I'm going to open it up to chat. We've got a few people on already and some thumbs up, and I do appreciate the thumbs up. That really encourages YouTube to share this channel with other people, and my goal is to help as many people as I can. So let's see who's on here this morning already. Lita is first this morning. Good morning, Lita. And she says, good morning, Lady Kat and Mr. B. It's funny how people call me Lady Kat. I love it. Debbie Johnson, good morning. Candace V, good morning. Suman is here. Good morning, Kat and everyone. Kendra Ann is here. Hi, Kendra. Good morning. Karen Sistine is here. Good morning from East Tennessee. Marty Watson, my little moderator and sister, is in the living room moderating for me, and Mr. B is in the back bedroom moderating for me. Lisa Iao, good morning, Kat and Mr. B. Robin Whitaker, good morning from Kentucky. It's snowing here. Ooh, how fun, Robin. Karen Lynn is here. Good morning from Michigan. Good morning, Karen Lynn. Randy Cahotes is here. Hi all. No notice yet, but they're usually a little bit behind your start time. I know it's like 5 minutes and then people get the notice. I don't know why. Mr. B says happy Saturday to everyone. It's family fun day. Jacqueline Ludlow is here. Hi, Jacqueline. Lisa Iao, I'm on working flybaby schedule this week. It's a different feeling. It is a different feeling, but you can do it. And that's the great part, is that it's also a good feeling. It's a good feeling to be a payroll homemaker and let people like me recognize that you are a homemaker. You're not just a payroll employee. You're a payroll person. You're a homemaker at heart. That's where your heart lies. Not to say you don't love your job, but it's where your heart lies. Mr. B says live chat, not top chat. Yes, absolutely. Make sure you are in live chat. Not top chat. Marty just got the notice. What has it been? 3 minutes? So most people will have it by 5. Anybody have any questions this morning or comments? I polished my nails red. I think it's called Vendetta. I'm not sure. It's my, I love that London, USA nail polish. It's so good. It's pricey, but it doesn't dry up in the bottle. It lasts a long time. Who else? Anybody else? There's 22 of you on here. Good morning, Allison Stevens. Nurse Babs, good morning. Sana is here from Finland. Good morning, Sana. Good afternoon, actually. Karen Lynn says, I love the nail polish color. Thank you. Me too. I think it's pretty. Although I botched it up several times last night. It was late and I messed it up and then I just fixed it. You know how you do that? I have something called Smudge Fix that I can get from them too, and I put it over the top if I put a little dent in it, and it fixes it. Let's see. Pat Hinky says good morning. Kathy Davin, good morning from Rochester, New York. Well, good morning, Pat and Kathy. Suman said, hey, Kat, do you have a video on how you started with the Flylady system? I do somewhere back, but I'll tell you if you want me to tell you. Hi, Wendy Palmer. Allison said, got my nails done yesterday. Yay. Melissa Ramsey, good morning from Maine. Good morning, Melissa. Brr. Lisa Iao, I'm in Ontario, Canada, and we have gone back to lockdown. I'm sorry. Sarah L., good morning, Kat and Fly Ladies. Good morning, Sarah. Pillowcase material print on the polish. Yeah, that's something that happens. I was actually not in bed yet, though. April Epp, good morning. Irene Hartwig, good morning. Kat and Mr. B. She's in Brandon, Manitoba, I think. Isn't that right? Wendy Palmer, hello from Southwest Iowa. First time on live. Love your segment. Wendy, I'm so happy to have you. Welcome. Everyone, welcome Wendy. Karen Sunstein. There we go. Would love a meal planning video. I'll probably put a meal planning video on this channel. That's a good idea. Let me remind Larry. Larry, write that down for me. I don't have a pen here. I'm sorry. I don't want to leave my spot. Meal planning video would be good, but not yet. I've got some other things, but maybe by the end of next week I'll get that out. But thanks for asking. I love you guys when you ask me what you want to see. Dickie Talmadge, good morning, Kat and Mr. B and everyone from Santa Paula, California. Good morning, Dickie. Sarah L., I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That cowboy land, right? Nancy R., good morning, Kat. Good morning, Nancy. Kiona is here. Hi, Kiona. Allison said, Sarah L., so am I. You're in Tulsa, actually? I forgot that's where you were. I thought you were outside of Tulsa, but what do I know? Welcome, she said. Yeah, that's so fun. Wouldn't it be great when we don't have lockdowns anymore and you guys can be in the same cities and maybe go have coffee together? That would be so cool. Hey, Robin Whitaker. Thumbs up, everyone, she said. All right, girls, I'm going to get into the day. You ready? Now, you know when I do this that you don't chat, that you hold your questions and your comments, because I'm an ADD person and I'm going to get distracted if I read your stuff. So I just don't even look at them when they pop up. And it's not that I'm trying to be rude or avoid you or not say hello. It's that I have to get through the thing. And then when it's over, I'll talk to you some more. And I know people will pop in and not know that I said that, and that's okay. But if you can, just hold off and then we'll talk afterwards, okay? All right, let me just catch up real quick and then we'll get going. So, yeah, Allison's in Jinx, Oklahoma. And Sarah says, wow, she knows where that is. Amber King, good morning. Sophia Basil, hello from Sweden. Okay, guys, here we go. You ready? This is your favorite part. This is where you learn what to do today. So if you're payroll, this is what you're going to do today. If you're not payroll, if you're just if you're a at-home homemaker, you know that the routines are going to apply to you, but the other stuff does not, okay, because you did yours during the week. Okay, here we go, payroll homemakers. In the morning, you're going to get up and get dressed, make your bed, but today is weekly home blessing hour, so this day we don't make our bed. We strip our bed and wash the sheets. Brush your teeth and wash your face, moisturize your skin and put on some makeup, fix your hair and swish the toilet and wipe out the sink, put your dishes away and make some breakfast or coffee. That's your morning routine every single day, 7 days a week, 4 weeks out of the month, or however many weeks there are in the month, 52 weeks of the year, 365 days. Do it every day, every single day, every single day, okay? Now, there are some other things we do in the morning, but they are not the morning routine. And those things are paper clutter and clutter checks. So clutter checks happen every day, 365 as well, 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and evening, where you're checking to make sure that somebody hasn't left something out that already has a home, okay? So if it doesn't have a home, maybe it's time to think about, ooh, this keeps getting left out, wonder where we should keep this. If you're the one doing it, and you probably are, then you know that you're setting the example for your family. So do that 3 times a day. You're not decluttering your home. You're just putting away things that you've already decluttered and they have a place to be, okay? All right, and you're also getting an opportunity when you're doing clutter checks to visit your win areas, to visit the areas you've decluttered, and not only make sure that you haven't recluttered them out of bad habit or begun to reclutter them out of bad habit, but also appreciate that win. It makes you feel good. It's like, yes, I can do this. Okay, the other thing that we do every day except Sunday is paper clutter. So today you're going to do an inch of paper clutter. All right, then we have 2 other things that we do as far as routines go, and that is the after dinner routine and the before bed routine. So after dinner routine is dishes, wipe the table, wipe the counter, wipe the sink, sweep the floor. I also added wipe the stove and wash the pots and pans. Okay, wipe the stove can kind of be under wipe the counter, and wash the pots and pans kind of with the dishes. But generally that's a little harder or a little more dangerous for younger children if the stove is hot, etc. So that's the job I would say you definitely have to take. But anybody who's old enough to feed themselves is old enough to put their plate in the dishwasher, their spoon in the dishwasher, their cup in the dishwasher. They're actually even old enough to wash their plate in the sink. If you put them on a stool and put a little apron around them so they don't get too wet, they can wash their little dish and their cup and their spoon and put it in the rack. And it's very good training. 3-year-olds can do that. I have a picture of my 3-year-old doing that, and she thought it was a hoot. You have to be careful though, because you will have bubbles and water on the floor. But you know what? That's part of motherhood. That's part of growing up. That's part of learning. So don't say, oh, I can't be bothered. That's part of your motherhood, training your children. Okay, so that's after dinner. And then before bed, wash your face, bathe, moisturize your skin, brush your teeth and floss them, lay out your clothes, wipe out the kitchen sink, put on a clean towel. Now, the after dinner routine, I recommend you do it in a certain order, not that order that I wrote down, but in this order. After you do the after dinner routine with your family, again, you don't let your children even go into the kitchen to sit down to eat. And yes, you should be sitting down with your children to eat. These are old-fashioned concepts, and they're great concepts, and they keep your family together, and you can keep in touch with what's happening with your children. Especially as a payroll parent, you need as much time as possible with your children. So people say, oh, it's quality time, it's quality time. It's also quantity. As much quantity as you can get with your children is very important, and they crave you. They do. They crave you. I remember being a teenager. My mother was a born organized, but she also escaped in housework because my father was challenging. He was an alcoholic, and so that's what she did. She escaped into housework, and I would call to her, Mom, come on in here and watch this show with me. I'll be there in a minute. And she would just stay in the kitchen for hours, and I craved my mother to be with me. And so your kids are too, even teenagers, whether you think so or not. They want you there. They don't want you to boss them around every minute of the day. They just want your companionship at that point. But you're not their friend. You're still their mother. You still guide them. Okay. You will be their friend when they're grown up, but they're not grown up. Even as a teenager, even though you think they are, they're not grown up yet. All right, so let's get back. So after dinner, they're going to know after dinner we're doing jobs, and here's your job. Maybe list a job chart and say, you're on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you do this, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you do this. Or you have the jobs and you switch the numbers around and you say, today you're number 1, and today you're number 2, and today you're number 3, and they look at the chart and see what they have to do. And you stay in there and you do your job. And number 1 always gets to pick the music or whatever. Okay? So they know they don't leave that table. If you let your kids escape the kitchen, it'll be hard to get them back, and it's going to be a struggle, and you're not going to like it. It's like trying to pull somebody back over the edge of a cliff. It's hard work. You can do it, but why not prevent them from falling off the cliff? Okay? All right, and then we're going to do, so after dinner is done, then if you just have a little child or several tiny little children and they need your help and they need your attention and you can't leave and there's no spouse there, then you can't do this. You'll have to wait until they're in bed to do this. But at some point you will be able to do this because children grow up, daddies come home, different things happen. So when and if you can leave your children and go take your shower, I want you to spend about 15 minutes in the bathroom. First, go in your bedroom and pull your pajamas out of the drawer or off the hook of the back of the door if that's where you put them last night, and get your clothes laid out for the next day. So that means you've got to have to look at your planner to see what you have planned for work the next day or at home the next day so you can lay out the proper clothes. Listen, I don't care if it's a t-shirt and a pair of jogging pants. If you have to go get that out of the closet in the morning, it's like, I don't know what to wear. I'll just wear this t-shirt and these jogging pants. But if you lay them out and you say, oh, I like this t-shirt. I look good in white. And I like these black jogging pants. I'm going to hang them up right back here. And it's a decision that you made, not a reflex, but a decision. Then when you put them on, you're going to feel better about them. Look, I do love these jogging pants. I'm glad I got these. And I love this white t-shirt. I know it's the same clothes, but it's something about up here. So lay your clothes out. All right, next you're going to, so you're taking care of clothes, so that's one part. Then you're going to go take a shower. When you're in the shower, you're going to wash your face. So you're taking care of body and face, okay? You might have to wash your hair. Then, but don't blow your hair dry and curl your hair and all that stuff. Just let it air dry. You can handle it in the morning. Just let it air dry. It's good for your hair. Try it. And then the next thing you're going to do is moisturize your skin. And then put your PJs on. So you've done 3 things. You've done body, face, and clothing. That's it. So you go in there and you go body, face, and clothing. Clothing, pajamas, clothes, body, shower, wash my face, get out, moisturize my face, put my clothes back on, or put my pajamas on, and go back in the living room. Doesn't take long, and you've done the majority of your before bed routine. Instead of falling into bed, not taking a shower, not moisturizing your skin, not taking your makeup off even. You've done these things and it didn't take that long. Next, you're going to put your kids to bed. After your kids are put to bed and they have their little before bed routine as well, similar to yours, then you're going to read them a story or listen to them read a story or whatever, and they're in bed. Now you're going to relax and enjoy the rest of your evening without children for the first time all day on Saturday. Okay, and I know you need that. We all need that. So maybe it's your time to visit with your husband. And then when it's time, and you know what time you have to wake up in the morning, maybe you have to wake up early tomorrow morning. Maybe you don't. It's up to you if you want to keep the very same schedule, which is really good for you because you'll sleep better on the same schedule, just like your children do. But you can do what you want. You do you. But just know on Sunday night, it's going to be harder to go to bed on time if you stayed up late the night before and you slept in late. Plus, your kids are going to get into things in the morning. You still need to do a morning routine before the kids get up. So think about what time you're going to go to bed. I've recently changed my bedtime to be asleep at 11:30, which means I have to be in bed at 11, which means I take my shower and do all my things because my mother I have to listen for her until she's really asleep. So, and she woke up last night at 10:30 right before I went to take my shower. So you never know. And I'm the one. There's no one else for that. So I take my shower at 10:30. I'm in the bed at 11. I watch a few videos, read a few things, and 11:30 I turn everything off and I go to sleep. And I have to be up by 7:30. And that's my schedule. So I know that at 10:30 I start doing my before bed routine. The end of it, and that is to go in the kitchen, put the soap in the dishwasher and turn it on. All the last dishes that are in there, I wipe the sink out, I go get a new towel and put it out for the next day. So when you walk in the kitchen in the morning, it's ready to go. And the very last thing I do is I brush my teeth and floss my teeth, and then I go get in bed. Okay? That's your plan. That's your plan. So if you have kids and you have someone to help you, you go get it done at 7 o'clock. And then the last part you get done right before you go to bed. You just have to brush your teeth and floss your teeth after you do the kitchen. Okay? All right. You have to think about it. You have to really plan. We need a plan. Sidetrack people need a plan. That's going to be your saving grace. That's your tool to organization. Even the organization of taking care of yourself and following the plan of taking care of yourself. Okay, last thing we're going to do is, it's Saturday. So we've gone through what we're going to do every day. But let's talk about in the morning. So you're going to get up and do your morning routine, put your kids through their little morning routine, and then you're going to do 2 hours of work at the most. The first thing you're going to do is your zone. You can switch these around. You can do your basic weekly plan, which is the weekly home blessing hour, and then your zone. Let's do it that way. So the weekly home blessing hour is a part of our basic weekly plan. Here are all the things in the basic weekly plan. Weekly home blessing hour, free day, planning and desk day, errand day, car and purse day, family fun day, and renew your spirit day. Let's talk about all the others, not weekly home blessing hour. Free day happens in your little spots along the day. Driving to and from work, that's your free time. Having a lunch hour, that's your free time. If you don't have that and you work, then make it happen for yourself. You need a little spot of time to have some time to yourself, to enrich yourself in some way. Okay, planning and desk day happens on Sunday afternoons. We'll talk about it in a minute. Errand day, order your groceries, have them delivered or pick them up or delegate that to be done. Anything else that has to be done, you can get done on your lunch hour. Maybe you need to drop something off at the dry cleaners, etc. Car and purse day, that can happen also on your lunch hour or your break. It's simply going into your car and making sure there's nothing in it that doesn't belong. If you find things that don't belong, put them in a Walmart bag. You probably have some in your drawer at work. If you don't, I suggest you keep some there. Put them in a Walmart bag, put them on the front seat to take them out when you get home. Vow that you won't allow that to happen anymore. And maybe you can even shake your mats, depending on where you work and where your car is. but at least get the things that don't belong in there. And then for your purse, you don't dump it out on your desk, you don't dump it out in the break room, you just look through it and say, oh, there's a receipt, and there's a receipt, and there's a Kleenex, and there's some gum wrappers, and just throw that stuff away. If you need to keep your receipts, then you need a Ziploc bag in your purse to put them in, so that at the end of the week, you can pull them out and put them in your your inbox, so that on planning and desk day, you can file them, okay? So you have to think these things through. And then Family Fun Day is going to happen today, and Renew Your Spirit Day is tomorrow. So today what we're doing is we're going to do Weekly Home Blessing Hour if you opted not to do it throughout the week. I've already told you that we're doing our sheets today. So we're doing our beds today. We're stripping the beds, we're washing the sheets, we're drying the sheets, we're putting the sheets right back on the bed, no folding sheets. Hooray. One extra set on the shelf for adults in case something wears out, gets a tear, you spill coffee on it, whatever, the child comes in and wets your bed, whatever, you've got an extra set of sheets. For the children's beds, depending on how little they are, you may need more than one set of sheets. If they constantly wet the bed or they throw up or whatever it is, you want to have extra sheets for those children, or bed sheets, crib sheets, those you need. But you're not going to have to wash them and fold them. Whatever you wash, you can put right back on the bed. Let the bed air out. Unless you've got a baby who wet her bed and you have to pull her sheets off and put fresh sheets on because she needs to go back to bed, then you're going to wash those sheets and fold them and put them away the next day. Okay? All right. I digress. Weekly Home Blessing Hour, sheets. Okay. Then the next thing is you can choose to do this throughout the week. If you feel that you have the energy when you come home from work, you can choose to do one of these things, or you can save them up for today. They are: dust the whole house in 10 minutes or less. I highly recommend a Flylady feather duster. You can get them at flylady.net/tools. They run anywhere from $27.99 to $40. If you dollar cost average that over 10 years, which is the lifespan of any of mine that I've ever had, you're spending at the most $4 a year. If you break that down, that's just cents per month versus buying Swiffers over and over again. The other good thing about a Flylady duster is you don't have to remove things to dust. Having a duster it kind of tickles the tops of things. And so it just gets in there with its little tiny microfibery kind of ends and picks up dust without having to move things. Yeah, it'll knock some tiny things over, but it's not like you have to move things to dust. And it's not going to dust like when you take a cloth and you dust the furniture, but it's going to do the majority of it. I would say it gets it at about 85% versus when you actually really dust, but that's for deep cleaning. So this is just dusting the whole house in 10 minutes or less. So if you have 5 rooms you want dusted, 2 minutes a room. And you can also delegate that. Like Kimmy just said, her youngest dusts. So you can delegate that. The next little baby job is to empty all the little garbage cans in the house and put a new liner in. Again, 10 minutes for that job maximum. You can do it or you can delegate it. The third little baby job is to clean the spots off the glass with a microfiber towel or cloth. Just get the end of it wet. Wipe the spots just where the toothpaste sprinkles are, just little spots on the mirror. If your dog or your cat puts their nose or their paw on some glass that you see all the time, you want to wipe that off. But it's not like you're doing Windex and doing the whole window with paper towels. That's not what's happening here. There's just a little wipe down. Maybe you need to do a little dry. So 10 minutes will be more tn you need to do that. So that's also a baby job. Then the next job is the floors. We're at the floors now, just 2 things left. We need to vacuum or dust mop the floors. Again, 10 minutes, so pick 5 rooms, limit yourself to 2 minutes per room. And then the last thing is to mop the kitchen and mop the bathroom or bathrooms. I will limit you to 3 minutes for the kitchen and 2 minutes for the bathroom or bathrooms. So if you have 3 bathrooms, it's going to take you 9 minutes. Now that's not counting walking there and walking back, but don't poke. Let's get it done. 10 minutes, get your mopping done. And you know what happens when you've done that? Man, your house looks like a maid has been there and you haven't deep cleaned anything. You've just kind of touched the tops, you've blessed it, but it blesses your family to do this. We're going to get into the zone next, and that's when you deep clean, after you declutter. So that's your weekly home blessing hour. Again, you can split it out, you can delegate it, or you can do it all on Saturday morning. And when you do it right after the morning routine. You do those 5 things. It'll take you 50 minutes. Let's round it up to an hour. It'll take you about an hour. Complete the process by putting your things away. Take the mop head off and let it dry. Empty the vacuum cleaner if it needs emptying. I do recommend a really lightweight stick vacuum for this because, again, it's not a deep boom, 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 boom. It's a real quick, just a really quick blessing. Now, when we're done with that, we're going to go into our zone. Now, you know that if you have little kids, you're going to have to stop and deal with your children, and that's okay. But they need to learn to respect that you're doing this. And as they get older, they need to be delegated parts of this. And your spouse can help too, because you work full time, just like he works full time. So he can help. But don't ask mean. Don't be mean. Just ask. And if he says no, then do it yourself. You're the homemaker. I know that sounds really old-fashioned, but why fight over this? Let's get it done and enjoy our day. And what happens, I've noticed, is if you're quiet about it and you just do your work, eventually that spouse will step in and say, hey, babe, why don't you do this and I'll do that, and then we can get out of here sooner. And we also have spouses who say, no, I want to go to the zoo. Let's go. What are you doing this for? You can do this anytime. And you have to be firm and you have to step up and you have to say, absolutely not. Now, if you want me to hurry, you can help me. But I work all week long. I don't have time to do this during the week. This is happening now. And this is important to me as a homemaker, that our home is clean. So if you want to help me, great. If not, shh, let me finish. Okay? All right. Not in a rude way, firm but kind. And then the next thing we're going to do is our zone. So our zone takes an hour as well. It's 4 15-minute units. What we're really doing is looking back at the week and seeing if you were an at-home homemaker, what would you have done during the week? You would have had 4 15-minute segments to work in zone 3 this week. Zone 3, the bathroom and one other room. When I say bathroom, it's like the hall bathroom. And one other room is something like the laundry room, the guest room, the child's room, and I mean a little child, the craft room. I mean, there's a million rooms you can come up with. The garage, any other room in your house that's not in our in our normal zones. Our zones include the entryway, the kitchen, the family, the main, the master bedroom, bathroom, and closet, and the family area, the living area. Okay, so anything else is an other. So that's what you're doing today. So we're going to start in that hall bathroom or that children's bathroom, and we're going to do one thing, and that thing is clean the tub or the shower. The toilet gets swished every day. The sink gets cleaned every day, and the floor has gotten mopped already in our weekly home blessing hour. Now, now I'm going to just be gross here for a minute. If you have boys and they sprinkle, then you need to teach them how to clean it up, because it's gross to clean urine, especially the urine that gets, like, you know where the bolts are on the side of the toilet that holds it to the ground? How does urine get back there? I don't know, but you teach them how to clean that. And you say, after you potty, you wipe the seat off, you wipe it off the floor, and you throw this wipe in the garbage can. Give them some Lysol wipes or something they can just pop and do, because I'm not cleaning that anymore. I'm sorry. But it's true. So big boys, little boys, they need to learn not to pee on the floor and on the seat and all over the place. They have to pee in the toilet. Okay? Okay. Rude, I know, but I don't want you to have to clean that out. They should have to clean that until they have to learn how to be neat. Okay. See, I'm very old-fashioned about this stuff, but I think it's only fair. All right, weekly home blessing hour we did. Now we're doing our zones. So we talked about the bathroom. So you don't have to clean the toilet, because the toilet's getting cleaned every day. Occasionally when you're doing that little swish of your toilet, you might want to, like what I do is I spray the sink, I spray in the toilet. So it kind of gets the top of the seat and in the toilet. On good days that I want to take the time, I don't only wipe the sink and the faucets and behind the faucets, I get part of the countertop. And I don't have things on my counter because it's decluttered, so I can do the whole countertop. And I also will wipe the top of the tank, wipe the handle. I do think you should wipe the handle pretty often. Wipe behind the seat, behind it there, the lid inside and out, the rim of this actual seat inside and out, or top and bottom, the actual rim of the toilet bowl itself, maybe even the front of the toilet bowl, and then inside. So, but I do that, and it doesn't take long because it's just that same cloth. So it's like, see how long that took? That's really what I did. I mean, that's how long it takes. And then you do your toilet bowl, okay? You don't do that every day. Mostly every day, you just spray the toilet and go, and if you've got any spray on the seat, you take your rag and wipe it off. Before you do that, always wipe the handle though. Okay, after you've done your bathroom, which is just the tub or the shower, 15 minutes, if it hasn't ever been done before, if you're doing it on a weekly basis and you're using an after shower spray, or when a child takes a bath, you're wiping that inside of the tub down where that soap scum is, then it won't take very long. At the max, 15 minutes. You might not even have to use the whole 15 for that. The next thing you're going to do in that bathroom, if you haven't decluttered it, is start decluttering it. And you're going to start with hidden spaces because you don't have any place to put all that stuff on the counter if the drawers are full, if the cabinets are full, if the closet is full. So pick one spot and work the next day. So for first 15 was on the tub or the shower, the next day work for 15 minutes decluttering a drawer or a part of the cabinet or a shelf in the closet. Don't overcommit. Don't pull everything out from underneath the sink and think you're going to get it all gone through and put back in 15 minutes, or everything out of the closet, or everything out of all the drawers. That's way, way too much. You're taking out more than you can put back in 15 minutes. So just do one drawer. Now, if you happen to get one drawer done in 5 minutes, excellent, go to the next one. If your time stops in the middle of the second drawer, stop. Put everything back in the other part of the drawer and then take care of completing the process. What is complete the process? Well, when you're decluttering, you're doing three things. You're putting away, throwing away, and giving away. You have 3 containers labeled so that you know these things don't belong in here, but they need to be put away. These things don't belong in here, they need to be thrown away. These things don't belong in here, I'm going to give these away. In the bathroom, not so many giveaways as there are throwaways. Nobody wants your old cleaning products. Nobody wants your old rags, okay? So when it's done, when your timer's up, then you're going to complete the process. You're going to take your garbage out to the big garbage. You're going to take any giveaway that might be in there that you need to give away. Maybe you found a jewelry box in there. Who knows what you're going to find? And you think, well, I'm going to give this away. I don't need it. And you put that in the back of your car. And then your put away goes in the other parts of the house. So you're going to walk around at this part and you're going to put things away. And that shouldn't take long. Don't delay. Don't make this into a bigger thing than it is. Okay. So if you were at home, that would have been a 2-day project so far. But as a payroll homemaker, that's 2 15-minute units of your 4 that you're going to do right now. So you're going to do that. And so when your timer goes off and you put things away, then you can do the next thing. Now, if you're not done doing your drawers, for example, and you think you can do all the drawers in the 3 45 minutes that are left, the 3 15-minute units that are left, then you just set the timer for 45 minutes and keep working one drawer at a time. And when it's done, you complete the process. Okay, let's say that you did already do that and your bathroom looks good. The only thing you're going to do is your 15 minutes in the bathroom and then go into your other room, the room of your choosing, and work for 45 minutes, 3 15-minute units, and complete the process at the end. So let's say it's the child's room. Then you're going to go and work in his room or her room, going through their clothes, going through their closet. You can't even put anything away yet because you've got to get those extra books off the bookshelf. And you've got to get those extra toys out of the toy box. And you've got to get those extra clothes out of the drawers and out of the closets, and those extra shoes and things that your child no longer fits in or plays with or likes. Those things have to go. As your child gets older, they're not going to want you to get rid of things. So you're going to have to use psychology about giving it away. You maybe we talked about it before, and I got the idea from somebody else. I can't remember now, but it's a bag of bows. Get a bag of bows for 99 cents and say, we're going to give these away to someone. Let's make it a gift. And then once it's a gift, it can go, and it's easier for them to get rid of it. If not, then you're going to have to wait till they are napping on the couch that day, and you can get in their room, or they're at play school, or whatever. You're going to have to go through their things at some point, okay? Or maybe you already prepare and take their things to the living room and put them to bed in their bedroom and go through their toys. But that's something you're going to have to do every season of your child's life, and they have at least 4 every year where they grow and they outgrow things. So that's an idea. Now, if your child is bigger, you might still want to, let's say you have an 8-year-old, you might still need to work in their room, but you're going to sit on their bed and you're going to instruct them what to do, but you're not going to overwhelm them. You're going to give them a big green garbage bag and you're going to say, okay, Mary Ann, Let's pick up all the trash in here. And you sit on the bed and you say, there's some. There's some. Oh, good. Look how much better that looks. There's some. There's some. Oh my goodness, look how big this bag is. Put it by the door. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is put all your shoes away. So find all your shoes, any shoes you can find, and put them in the bottom of your closet. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pick up all your clothes. If they're dirty, they go in this basket. If they're clean, we're going to lay them on the bed because we're going to hang them up or fold them. And that's kind of how you go through. That's if you've already done your child's room before and their drawers have room and their closets have room. If not, you're going to leave the room in chaos and you're just going to work on their drawers. You're going to say, let's try on these pants. No, baby, these are too short. No, baby, these are out of season, you know, and let them try them on and say, see how short that is? That's too short. See how short that is on your leg or on your knee or on your crack, whatever. So go through their things in that time. And I know it doesn't seem like that's going to be accomplishing much, but 45 minutes in a child's room is a lot, and you're going to get a lot done in any room you choose to work, be it your craft room or your guest room or whatever. And you're going to revisit this room every month, and those months are going to come around faster than you think. In the meantime, what you're going to do is a clutter check in that room to make sure that it doesn't regress back to what it was before you started. So if you were able to clear out 2 drawers in your daughter's room, then you want to go look at those drawers and say, no, honey, you can't cram things in here. This isn't even your pants drawer. This is your underwear drawer. And re-educate and retrain until they understand that this is the way Mama wants things to be from now on, and it is nicer. I can find my things. And they're not jamming, and the bottom of the drawer isn't sagging down so I can't open and close it, or the top's not so full that things are hanging out of the dresser when I close it. Okay, so that's zone 3. And then when you're done with that, when the buzzer goes off and you complete the process, you're done. Enjoy your day. It's Family Fun Day. Then on Sunday, we have Renew Your Spirit Day. That is for you and your family to renew your spirit. Somebody said, what does that mean, renew your spirit? It means to worship God, to give Him praise. That's what you're doing on Sunday. And you're teaching your children how to do that. Okay? And then you have in the late afternoon time to do your Planning and Desk Day. Planning and Desk Day is a 4-part thing. It's food, finance, planning, and inbox. But it actually is food, finance, inbox, and planning. That's what it is. So food means you go and you shop your shelves. Jordan Page, Fun, Cheap, or Free, she calls it shelf cooking. But I just call it shopping your shelves. You're going to shop in your refrigerator to see what you have this week, what you can make, what you don't have to spend money on, what you don't want to waste. So look at your leftovers, look at your fresh fruits and vegetables that are still good, get rid of the ones that aren't. The same with your leftovers, get rid of them, take care of them, throw them away, and wash the container, okay? Arrange the refrigerator so you can put things in there when you buy them, and see what you're missing. So if you say, wow, gosh, that's all the milk I have left, I need milk. Oh, that's our last block of butter, I need butter. Oh, this mayonnaise is getting low, I need mayonnaise, okay? I always like to keep at least one spare on the shelf. So if you combine them, buy one, get one, or whatever, put one on the shelf, then you know when you take that one out, it's time to buy one more. That's the way I do. I've never had a lot of storage space, so that's how I do. Now I know like Kimmy, who's on here today, she has loads of food, like 3 months worth of food, I think, or more. And that's great too, because you know, sometimes you come into a season of life where you need that. I know I've been in a season of life where I would have really benefited from that. But in the meantime, at least have one thing for condiments and things like that spare on the shelf. Not things that are going to ruin, but condiments, things like that, okay? All right, so you can say, wow, this is getting low, so I'm going to go get my mustard and put it in here, but I got to write mustard. I need another mustard, okay, or whatever, soy sauce. All right, then we're going to look in our freezer. What kind of meats do we have? What kind of vegetables do we have? What kind of breads do we have? What kind of desserts do we have? If you can't see that in your freezer, you need to reorganize your freezer so that you can see what's in there and know what's in there. Some people keep an inventory. Some people find that difficult. At least be able to see what's in there. We've got pork chops, we've got chicken, we've got hot dogs. Okay, I know I can make at least 5 meals from those 3 things. I've got enough chicken to make 3 meals. I've got pork chops for 1 meal. I've got hot dogs for 1 meal. 3, 4, 5. I only have to buy two things. Maybe I'll buy a roast and we'll have leftovers. Okay. Oh, what meals do I have frozen in here? Oh, I forgot. I have these black-eyed peas and greens and corn muffins left over from New Year's Eve. We can have that for one of our meals. I'll just have to make some rice, and I have rice, so that'll be easy. Maybe I'll get some sweet potatoes. And I've also got this chicken noodle dinner I forgot I had. So we'll have chicken 4 times this week. Awesome. You don't have to buy anything hardly, just some fresh fruits and vegetables, maybe some condiments, okay? Maybe some bread. Look and see, what are you gonna serve for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks? And that's what goes on your I need. You need to make your menu first though, and then you make your needs list, and that's what you buy, and you'll end up saving money that way. All right, next so that's food. The next thing we're gonna do is finance. So now you're gonna look at your checking account, and you're gonna see how you're doing on your budget. You don't have a budget? Get a budget. You need a budget. You need a budget. YNAB is something that I investigated online. I find it's awesome. The first 30 days or so is free, and then after that it's like $6 or $7 a month. But if you don't have a budget, you're wasting more than $6 or $7 a month, I can guarantee. Okay, so you need a budget of some sort. It doesn't have to be that one. People have all different ones that they love, and that's fine, but you need a budget. So are you staying on your budget? And then the last part is pay your bills. Every week, look at your bills, pay your bills, balance your account. That's finance. Then you're going on to your inbox. What's in your inbox? When you went through your paper, what did you put in there that you thought needed handling? Not deciding about. Don't put something in your inbox from your paper when you're doing paper clutter. Oh, I'll decide that later. Let me just put it in my inbox. No. You're deferring a decision. And almost always, if you can't decide, it's trash. If you don't automatically know this absolutely needs to be filed or paid or called on, then it's trash. I can almost 99.9% guarantee you. Okay? All right, so you're gonna handle your inbox, and then you're gonna go to your planner, and you're gonna work in your planner. You're gonna put your meals in your planner. You're gonna put down what you're gonna do during the week in your planner. You're going to put down what you're gonna do next Saturday in your planner. You're gonna plan from Saturday to Sunday. Is that the way it goes? I think it is. Hang on. Yeah, Sunday to Saturday, sorry, of next week, okay? All right, so that's planning and desk day. And then we have, I already talked about all the rest, so that's it. That's it. And then twice a day, check your planner, at least twice a day. Look in your planner. How did I do today? And what do I have planned for tomorrow? Also check the weather before you put your clothes out. All right, I'm gonna open it up for questions. What do you have for me? I've got about 15 more minutes, so we can have lots of good questions. So what do you have for me? 38 thumbs up, I appreciate it. I wish I had more. Mr. B says, want to be personally mentored by Flylady Kat? Join Flylady Kat's special mentoring program, Patreon channel, and be in the special private group. And that's true, for $5 a month. 5 little measly dollars a month. You can have at least 20 Patreon videos a month. I make one a day, 5 days a week for you. And months that have more than 4 weeks, you get more. And they are mainly about how you think. They are mini mentoring sessions. And you can write me your questions in your comments, and I will answer you. I don't answer questions on this channel so much because there's just so many comments over here. I do see the comments, and I do let you know I've seen them. I give them you a little heart, but I can't answer your questions over here. I answer your questions, legit questions, over on the Patreon channel. If you want to be mentored even more, then I can mentor you personally face-to-face. For $25 a month, you'll get a 25-minute mentoring session with me. For $50 a month, you'll get 2 25-minute mentoring sessions with me. And for $100 a month, you'll get 4 25-minute mentoring sessions with me. And that is really helpful for people who need accountability, who are trying to really establish their habits, who have something unusual or they feel is unusual that they need help with. I not only help with actually doing the Flylady system in your home, I help people who need to set up a Flylady system at work for themselves. I help people get organized in their finances. I help with lots of different things. So whatever it is that you need, I can help you with, that I can't just do right here like this, okay? All right, I do the best I can here though. Okay, Sophia said, Patreon is great. I highly recommend joining. Sophia is one of my mentees. Thank you, Sophia. Bridget Brethnack. Is that how you say your name? Brethnack? I love your Patreon videos. They are so focused and helpful. Thanks. I love these ones too. Good. I try to make them kind of go hand in hand. Sarah L., I'm so glad I signed up for 2 mentoring sessions a month. I needed the accountability, and the Patreon videos are great. Thank you, Sarah. Sophia said, easy to listen over and over to if needed. Thank you, Sophia. Sunkissed, do you have your name up here? No, I can't call you by your name. Sorry. Put your name in if it's not in your title, okay? Is there a special cleaning routine for us pet owners? It's sometimes difficult to keep up with all the hair. Yes, you have to come up with that cleaning system. It has nothing to do with the system I just gave you for your family. I'm going to address it real quick. I'm a pet lover, and I love dogs and cats and birds and fish and everything. I love them all, especially dogs. I love dogs, and dogs take so much care. When you commit to get a dog, you're committing to, first of all, the financial responsibility of taking care of a pet. It's very expensive. You're taking care of that little pet to teach them how to be house trained, how to be socialized, how to not bark when you don't want them to bark. So you have to invest time in training your pet. You have to invest time in walking your pet, not just letting them out to go potty, but physically walking your pet for 45 minutes once a day or twice a day, because your little pet needs to get all that out of their system so that they can be a better behaved pet at home. And it's something about their little mind. When you walk them, they just go into this little trance, and they just walk. And they have to learn how to walk well with you, and not cause fights, and how to ignore other dogs and things. You have to teach them all those things. But you also have to take care of their physical needs by feeding them, taking them to the vet, giving them exercise, and also cleaning up after them. So cleaning up after them doesn't just mean the hair in the house. And if your dog is a super shedder, you may have to clean the hair in the house every day. Off the couch, if you let your dog on the couch, every day. If your dog slops their water and food all over the place, every day, maybe every meal. You also have to pick up the poop in the yard or any other public place your dog goes. So having a pet is a huge responsibility. If you've said, oh, it's my dog is for my son. He's 8 years old and he's going to do everything. He can't do everything. It's a humongous responsibility, and ultimately it rolls up to you. So when you say, yes, we're going to have a pet, you have to be prepared. It's like having a newborn baby. It's a lot of work, and it gets better, and the dog gets more loyal and more well-behaved the more you do these things, but they can't help that they shed. They can't help it, and you have to brush them. That's the other thing, and bathe them, and keep them smelling nice. Getting them clipped if they're kind of, like, I know some dogs have to be clipped. They don't shed, but they have to be clipped. So it's a huge responsibility. So you have to come up with the plan for your pet depending on what your pet is. And you can delegate parts of their care to children, but you have to make sure you're inspecting what you expect so that your dog isn't getting abused or neglected, and you have to do the other parts yourself, okay? I have one client whose husband said, I'm going to do everything if we get this dog. And the mother said, no, I really don't want one. I've got so much on my hands right now. No, I'm going to do everything. And ended up, she did everything. And finally, she said, you said you would do everything, so either you have to get rid of the dog, which is going to break your children's heart, or you have to do these things. Because I can't get up at 6:30 in the morning and step on poop in the kitchen because you didn't take care of the dog. And that's the reality. So it's going to be some negotiating that's going to go on. So if somebody says, I'm going to take care of the pet, realize that you ultimately may still be the one, unless you can trust that person, your spouse, to do it. Okay. Where am I? Okay. So Sunkissed, that's your answer. I hope that wasn't too rude. I don't mean to be rude. I mean to be firm but kind. And that's the truth about pets. So you're still going to do your weekly home blessing hour, but you may have to do a daily thing with your pet. Amy Brizendine, I joined this week. I know I welcomed you. I love listening to you. You would be great at reading audiobooks. Thank you. Kimmy, I love this video. Being a payroll homemaker and working from home is hard. What advice would you have for those who have to work in the home and see all that they have to do and not get discouraged? I would say, that's a great question, Kimmy. I would say that you have to put yourself in a different place when you're working, not only physically, but mentally. You are at work. Whether you're at home and you're self-employed or you're working at home for an employer, you have committed to yourself and your customers or your clients that you're going to deliver or your employer that you're going to deliver. So you have to deliver, and you have to have a schedule. This is the schedule. This is when I'm working. I'm not thinking about my home. I'm going to put myself on the payroll plan, and when I have time at lunch, that's my lunch time. That's my time to be enriched. That's not my time to clean the house. Okay, so like for Kimmy, she's in and out making videos like me. So for that kind of a worker, she's still going to be homeschooling her child, but that's done, and then she's got time to do her work. So when she's doing her actual work, or when you're doing your actual work, maybe you have to homeschool a child and do your work, but you're not a 40-hour employee, you're self-employed, and you maybe work 6 hours a day, and you work for 2 hours with your child. And then you're still going to have to interact with your children because they're there and they're big, and they may say, Mom, where's the so-and-so? And you have to say, it's in the, but then you're right back to work. You have to keep focused on your job, and your family needs to respect that. And so you have to ask your children, honey, don't bother me now, I'm working. If I can't work from home, I'm going to have to go work somewhere else. I may have to go to, and you don't need to tell them this, but you may have to go to, it's not right now, but later, you may have to go to the library, or you may have to go to Starbucks, or you may have to rent an office, or whatever it is to get your work done. Okay? All right, so I hope that answered your question. You have to be focused, and you have to commit. And you have to say, you know what? I already did my morning routine, and I have a plan to do, make dinner, and after dinner, I'm going to do one part of the basic weekly plan, and I'm going to do the other routines of the day, and I'm not going to do any more of the weekly home blessing hour except that one 10-minute thing, which I delegated. I'm going to inspect it, or I'm going to do it myself, or I'm not going to do that till Saturday. You have a plan. It's written down, and you stick to your plan. Okay. All right. Where are we? Grace Mann, you are my favorite fly lady. You are the best. Thank you, Grace. You're very sweet. Wanda, this and that. Hi, Wanda. At Amy, she agrees about reading audiobooks. You girls are funny. Christina, my husband noticed a difference in our home after Kat had been mentoring me for several months. So fun. So fun when they do that, isn't it, for you? When they say, wow, the house really looks great. And you know what? It's not me. It's you. It's you. Gani Shelton Lauren said, I vacuum every day, and if needed twice a day, I have a husky. You betcha you do. A beautiful husky, and they're wonderful dogs. Nicole Ernst Boris said, good morning. Have a great day, everyone. Hi, Nicole. Wendy Palmer said, I have been tiling in my bathroom. What is the best grout cleaner? Oh, I have tile in my bathroom. I don't know. I'm not the person who recommends things. If anybody here knows, you can share, certainly. My thing is I always say, go look it up on Google. I don't know. There's lots of homemade cleaners, lots of professional cleaners, but I don't know, Wendy. I'm sorry. Mary Foss, good morning, Kat and Mr. B. Hi, Mary. This and that with Denise Jordan. I signed up for personal mentoring. It has proved useful. The accountability has been so helpful. Got to run. See you next time. See you later, Denise. She's a sweetheart. Mauna said, you have very calming voice and aura. Thank you, Mauna. Debbie Johnson, pets are a huge financial responsibility as they age as well. I have 4 pets. 3 out of the 4 are on medications, 2 ultrasounds within a month. However, thankfully, I have a budget for their needs. Yes. Wanda's this and that. Hi, she's in her apron. I love your channel. Bridget Breathnock said, if you can find Jif Perfect Finish Mold Cleaner, it's good. Okay, now you get, thanks for supplying that information. But it has a very strong smell, Bridget said. Okay, girls, we've got a few minutes left. Any other questions about how to do the Flylady system? Denise is great. Thank you for commenting on Denise's channel, Kimmy. Kimmy's so sweet. Denise is sweet too. I have so many friends through YouTube. It's so fun. My dear friend, Nikki from Nikki Moreno. She's my friend from Inspired by Nikki. Of course, my very first friend online was my dear Kimmy. I'm also friends with Jennifer Scott. She's in her apron. She's in her apron. The Daily Connoisseur. Denise. Just so many people that I've made friends with. And there's some more that I'm wanting to make friends with. So we'll probably do some, I've actually been asked to do some collabs with some girls that I think that we'll all be friends. So it's so awesome. And one day I'm going to be able to get in my RV and travel around this country and visit with each of you. That's going to be so much fun for me. Unfortunately, I can't take my RV over the sea, but in the United States, if you're anywhere nearby, we're going to meet up, and it's going to be so much fun to hug your neck and to share with you, and you can show me pictures of your family and your dogs and talk to me about what's going on in your home or what's going on in your life. I'm just so excited to do that because I do have a heart for each and every one of you, and I pray for you every day. I do. All right, I can't wait until we're together. I know, Kimmy, I'm gonna hug your little neck, and it's gonna be so surprising because I'm 5'7", and I think everybody's 5'7", but I think Kimmy's not 5'7". It's gonna be fun to see her. Oh, Wanda can't wait for the hugs. I know, Wanda, it's so fun. Nicole, just an observation that because I work at home, Zone 3 almost always has my home office as my second room. You know what I would recommend that you do is get that room in control, maybe even make it a project, and then you have to stay on top of it by inspecting every day, by doing a clutter check every day. And also when you begin work, you have to begin with a clean desk, and at the end of the day, you have to give yourself 5 or 10 minutes to clean up and make sure everything is put back so that that room doesn't get out of hand. So a clutter check is important, as important in that room as it is in any other room of your home. And don't allow children to play in your office. This is a serious place. Okay. All right, I think that's it. You're 5'3". You're like my little Marty. She's 5'2", 5'2 and a half, 5'2". Marty, how tall are you? Are you still watching over there, my little moderator? I don't know. I think Marty's 5'2", so she's little. Gloria Perez, tips on decluttering my work papers. Now I work from home. It's too much. Oh my goodness, Nicole, you're only 4'9". Marty's almost 5'2". Yes, what I just said is you have to go through your papers and make decisions. You know, when I worked in the bank, we had to go to so many classes and take so many notes and got so many handouts and print off so many things and be reevaluated over and over again and take tests and all those things. And I saved all that paper for a while. And then one day it dawned on me that I had pulled out maybe one sheet from the last class and I'd used that over and over again and I really liked it. But all the rest I never looked at. And one day I said, you know what? I don't need this information. It was great to take notes in class because it helps it stick in your head, but I don't really need it anymore. So I'm going to throw that away. And I'm going to keep this thing on loans that I really like or whatever that I had, something I needed to learn. And I kept that one sheet and I redid the sheet and put it in a special glassine. A glassine is a page protector. And, really utilized it. So if you're not using it or you don't need it, there's no love about paper, okay? Get that out of your head. You don't love paper. You either need it and use it or you don't. If you don't, get rid of it. Don't save it for a rainy day when you might need that. Because you can always go online and find your answer, almost always go online and find your answer. So if you do have a lot of papers, like when I was a loan person, when you have loans, you have to keep all those papers and then you have to save them, but they go in a master file, not in my office, and maybe in your office, but a master file. If you have to keep, maybe you're a CPA and you have to keep records on your clients, you need a huge master file to keep those things in. But you don't let them pile up on your desk. That is not professional and it's not helpful. You'll never find things in there and it's just not a good way to be. You're not going to feel good when you work in that space. So I hope that helps. Okay. Kimmy said, we really do look up to you. That's funny, Kimmy. I'm sure there are quite a few women on here who are much taller than me, but you are so cute. Mary Foss says, is there a Flylady Zone app? I think Flylady herself has one, but it's not exactly the way I do it. So if you want to follow me, I don't have an app for that. You just have to put it in your book and do it. It's not hard. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. There's only 5 zones a month. I tell you every week what zone we're in, and you'll know what to do, okay? All right. But it's a good question. Thanks for asking. Wanda, this and that. So glad I saw this live going today. I need to jump back in and fly. Thanks for the boost. You're welcome, Wanda. And Wanda is 5'4". My little cuties. Okay, girls, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I always get a kick out of talking to you girls. I love it so much. And I want you to always know that I pray for you, I love you, and that you are beautiful. So be beautiful. Bye.